Hey, young girl, we are back with a new episode this week. I want to start by saying thank you to who all have been watching, listening, sharing, commenting on the platforms. We are on YouTube. Please go over there and like and subscribe to the channel. We are also on Instagram. We're on Apple for podcasts and Spotify for podcasts. So, any love you've been showing the podcast, I appreciate it and thank you. Today I want to talk about how you should not allow what has happened to you change you, right? So, a lot of times when you're growing up, right, you have this particular way that you are. You may be a person that likes to spread happiness and joy, and you're just kind of this kind of happy-go-lucky person, right? And then you run into people that feel like they want to take that away from you for whatever reason, right? They feel like they want to be the damper to your parade, or they want to be the rain on the parade, I think it is. So, you know, things happen like that, and it could happen a lot, and a lot of times people allow it to steal their joy, right? They feel like because of these things that has happened, these bad times or these bad people or these bad experiences, these losses, it makes you feel like, what's the point? And why should I keep going? Why shouldn't I go ahead and do the same things that were done to me to other people, right? you know so I want to encourage you today to go ahead and make peace with those things that has happened to you, and then find your sense of happiness and joy, right? And forgive those people, and just keep going forward, right? And just keep doing it over and over again. It doesn't have to be, a reciprocal to the anger and the pain. You want to give it back and stuff like that. Because all that's going to do is, create more shame. You may start feeling guilt or resentment. And then you may start looking over your shoulder now, thinking, something might happen to you, or something that happened to your kids because of the actions that you chose to take. Or, we've been doing this so long in our family. It's just a natural thing. This is just how it is, right? Well, it doesn't have to be. If it's causing you pain, if it's causing you, heartache and sadness, right? Why not choose to do something differently, or create new memories, or new, practices, or new traditions for yourself that doesn't involve, feeling abandoned, or feeling shame or guilt, or feeling like you are isolated or you have nobody, right? You need to build up yourself in a way that you feel the self love, and you feel the self value, and you are given to yourself, right? That way, if you don't experience it from anybody else, you still feel it in your core, and you are not going out there spreading venom and spreading all these things that people have done to you to other people, right? You deciding within yourself that you're going to be the change. You don't have to be what was done to you, and don't allow it to dim your light. you know you continue to be kind, you continue to be honest, you continue to be loyal, you continue to be, you know authentically you. And those that can't accept you at or your authentic you, why should you have to change or bend or compromise, or you know take on their roles, right? Just because you are or in a relationship, or you're related, or it's in your job duty. So to stay in that relationship, or to stay on that job, or to be accepted within the family, or whatever, to continue to get invites or to get popular, you have to, risk your integrity. You have to devalue yourself. You can't shine your light bright, or you risk being alone. Well, wouldn't you resent yourself, or start hating yourself, if you decided to do all of these things and then you still weren't accepted. So be yourself, and maybe remove those people and get out of those environments that are continuously causing those painful experiences for you. And if you're the one that's continuously causing these painful experiences for yourself, you need to stop as well. Okay? So don't let life and negative experience and stuff like that beat you down to where you feel like now you got to be beating people down too. Stop spreading it, and choose to be a good, kind person, to the best of your ability, because nobody is perfect. you know if you did do something to somebody, apologize, try to make it right and forgive yourself and give yourself grace, because people make mistakes. And be the best that you could be, without the detriment of yourself or people pleasing or anything like that, or you gotta go and do bad things to be a part of the crowd or something like that. I'd rather walk alone, right? Than create all of these bad experiences that you didn't did just to be a part of something, and then they don't accept you anyway. So was it even worth it? Wouldn't you rather do things the correct way and live in a honest way, to the best of your ability? That way you don't have to be looking over your shoulder and stuff like that because of these choices that you made. Bottom line is, y'all, don't allow your negative experiences with life, turn you into a negative person, and don't allow these negative experiences to dim your light. Continue to shine, right? Try your best to be happy, y'all, and spread that. Like they say, if you don't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye.